race day in D.C. Indy cars zipping down city streets for the first time in history. We are live with fans reacting around the track and when commuters can get downtown again after the cleanup.
As fast as those race cars were going, we're whipping away some bad weather this evening and looking for some much nicer weather headed our way. We'll talk about that coming up.
Plus, Virginia pot shops are set to open next year. We'll tell you how businesses are gearing up for the green and sudden supply and demand. Cancer breakthrough. Screening for pancreatic cancer continues to be a major hurdle, but a major development to treat it has come to the DMV. The local doctor going beyond the microscope. Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. The Freedom 250 Grand Prix has wrapped up in the district. It promised plenty of speed, high-octane action. This inaugural Freedom 250 event did not disappoint racing fans. Take a listen.
I'm actually brought a group out here to catch the Freedom 250. My first time seeing anything like this. It's incredible.
The amount of coordination here has to be incredible, especially in Washington, D.C. It just the security and with all the different agencies, it's amazing.
Florida's Kyle Kirkwood earned the win just a short time ago along the National Mall and reportedly in front of more than 100,000 fans. But not everybody got inside the mall to watch the race. Our Dave Laval joins us live on top of Pennsylvania Avenue. Essentially, Dave, what an assignment this weekend to cover. But now begins the hard job. Cleanup, restoring downtown to some normalcy for workers here.
Well, yeah, the work is finished and some of the hard work is underway as crews are cleaning up from the Freedom 250 Grand Prix. As for the race itself, you couldn't ask for a better day of racing than what we have right here. Still plenty of sunshine and lots of excitement from fans, and not just from those inside the National Mall to watch the race. Plenty of people gathered outside of entrances just to catch a glimpse of the activities inside the secured area. The Grand Prix ran out of tickets back in June, about a month after organizers first issued them. Some fans worked around that challenge as they lined patios of surrounding buildings to watch the race. Pretty much though, those without tickets did not get inside. Most we spoke to seemed fine with that.
To come down for a 250th Grand Prix or any celebration, it's the last one I'm going to do in my lifetime. And that's how I'm looking at it. It's my last opportunity to come down and celebrate this wonderful city, this wonderful country during my lifetime.
Well, road closures remain in effect even though the Grand Prix is finished. Crews have to take apart everything associated with the race. DC police say some of those closures will remain in effect until September 3rd. Now, if you're wondering about the suites that went up at the start-finish line in front of the Capitol and the Champions Club along 7th Street Northwest, those structures will also be removed. We're live along the National Mall in Northwest. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Perspective from Pennsylvania Avenue. Thank you, Dave. Of course, several roads are still closed around D.C., many of them through September the 3rd. For the full list of road closures and everything you need to know about the cleanup, go to DCNewsNow.com. Just search Grand Prix. All right, let's go to meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, Dave said it. Picture-perfect day for a race here in Washington.
Well, as fast as those cars were zipping around, the weather's zipping around too and changing just as rapidly, it seems. Boy, what a difference just 24 hours makes. Yes, the rooftop camera is shaking a little bit, but you know what? We'll take this type of weather, I think, than what we saw yesterday for sure. Yeah, it was hot and humid yesterday. Today, well, a little bit better. And while the temperature change isn't dramatic, isn't still a little bit mild here in the Beltway and surrounding areas, we are seeing a little bit of a cool-off take shape out towards the west, where the Kaiser is a degree cooler now than it was just 24 hours ago. But this is the big difference here. Dew point temperatures have dropped quite a bit, and that makes it feel a lot better. Now, eventually, places like Waldorf and Lexington Park will get into the 50s as well. But for now, you guys are sitting in towards the 60s. And speaking of 60s, that's what the overnight lows are going to be tonight. Instead of those lower 70s and muggy conditions that we have been seeing, we'll be looking at lower 60s here in D.C. and possibly some upper 50s in places well out towards the west. Ben?
Sign of fall in some cases. Thanks, Scott. New tonight, D.C. police are looking for 2 people after shooting in Northeast. They say this happened near 300 Douglas Street. That's not far from the Edgewood Rec Center. Police have not shared detailed information about this shooting, but they say 2 black men armed with handguns were possibly seen in a Toyota Camry. No word if anybody was hurt, but anyone with information about those suspects, they're asked to call MPD. And new details tonight in Maryland. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue responded to 2 separate incidents at the popular Billy Goat Trail, which runs right along the Potomac River. The spokesperson for the fire department says crews were called after a young adult had fainted. Now, they refused to be taken to the hospital and they were reunited with their parents. Thereafter, somebody else fell and hurt themselves and possibly fell into the river. They were initially recovered by crews in a boat and then sent to the hospital. No word on their condition. Over in Virginia, parts of East Braddock Road was closed today after police say a motorcyclist suffered life-threatening injuries in a crash in Annandale. Details are limited. This happened earlier this afternoon, and Fairfax County police say they were called to Braddock Road and Pine Road intersection, not far from Barcroft Plaza. EMS teams say the man driving the motorcycle was taken to the hospital, again, with life-threatening injuries. No word what caused that crash. An update tonight, the man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump and members of his cabinet at the White House Correspondents' Center returned to court this week. News Nation correspondent Tom Dempsey tells us why there's still no trial date for the suspect.
Earlier today, Cole Allen appeared inside a courtroom here at the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C., wearing an orange jumpsuit and in shackles for this case revolving around the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump during the White House Correspondents' Dinner back in April. No trial date was set, but we do know now that Allen will be back in court in October. Allen has already pleaded not guilty against these charges facing him. But during the hearing today, the prosecution said it has taken lots of time to get all the evidence of discovery into the hands of the defense, which led to the trial date not being set today. Lawyers added that they have gathered lots of evidence, including videos, which could be used during the trial. Again, Allen has already pleaded not guilty, but he now faces multiple charges and could spend the rest of his life behind bars if convicted. A surveillance video from the event captured the moments this all happened, with investigators accusing Allen of rushing a security checkpoint with a gun and knives with the intention of trying to get to President Trump. Moments later, Allen shot the gun, hitting a Secret Service agent in his bulletproof vest before law enforcement stopped him. Investigators needed to get President Trump quickly off the stage nearby as this all took place, but investigators say Allen allegedly traveled cross-country from California and checked into the hotel the day before the shooting. Now, moving forward, we expect Allen to be back in court in early October. In Washington, D.C., I'm Tom Dempsey, News Nation.
Keep an eye on that, no doubt, Tom. Thank you. Results are in for the status of D.C. public school students' test scores. It shows students made small gains over the past year and all ahead of the first day of class. The city-wide standardized tests show English language arts proficiency is up 2%. Math proficiency up a little more than 2% as well. Proficiency rates increased across the city in nearly every ward, and this marks the 4th year in a row that D.C. has seen increased proficiency rates. The test is given to 3rd through 12th graders. Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger is outlining her education goals as kids and teachers go back to class. Governor Spanberger says her priorities include more funding for schools and to recruit and retain teachers. Recent national test scores for the Commonwealth show only 40% of 4th graders scored at or above math proficiency. For reading, just 31% who performed at or above grade level.
It's the largest investment in public education that Virginia has ever made. But importantly, within that, it is investments in early childhood education. That's investment in community schools, so schools where there are additional services provided to families and students.
The governor says the testing data will assist school leaders in figuring out where teachers may need more support and additional resources to help students master a particular subject. Hundreds of families in Maryland could soon be without a critical education initiative. Montgomery County leaders say the White House is making changes to the federally funded Head Start program that helps 700 children in the county prepare for school. Our Tosin Fakile helps us understand more of this potential impact.
Basically, the Trump administration is really trying to deregulate Head Start in that proposal of rulemaking that was filed earlier this month on the Federal Register. It's looking to basically cut back on what it's calling federal bureaucratic burden on the programs, and they're trying to rescind and replace Head Start programs, like the standards for those programs, cutting back those federal bureaucratic standards on there, basically trying to give states their policies, let state policies take over where possible, and just basically hand over things back to parents and the local Head Start centers. And, you know, in 2024, the standards and regulations listed out for Head Start, it's about 34 pages. And now it seems officials are saying they're trying to draw that back just to 10 pages.
See the full interview with Tosin and her reporting. Go to DCNewsNow.com. Under the More tab, click Sunrise on the Hill. DC News Now is helping you stretch your dollar. Starting tomorrow, we're going to share brand new ways to save from shopping for additional clothes and school supplies, as well as to pack school lunches. How to prepare your kids for the school year on the right foot. Watch DC News Now streaming app on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Samsung TV. Coming up, the debate over a lump sum or a monthly payment plan. Helping you stretch your dollar to see which one works best for you when it comes to your subscriptions. And ahead at 6:30, the trade war is intensifying between the United States and Canada. Following the latest from the president. You're watching DC News Now at 6 o'clock. That Grand Prix in downtown DC has wrapped up. But stick around. Scott Sumner will tell us whether the sun will be burning any rubber this week, right after the break.